Hey, it's Jill, your energetic ninja. So I wanted to give you in detail what I do for my morning routine and why it's so important. So what my morning routine does for me is it sets the stage for the rest of my day. It's something that I started doing a little over a year ago because I wanted to add in very consistent meditation into my life. I wanted to add in very consistent study into my life, and I wanted to add in very consistent yoga practice into my life. And what I realized is if I left the stuff to the end of the day, it just didn't happen. So I became the girl who got up in the sixes. I was never going to get up in the sixes. I don't like the sixes. But I had to get up an hour before my kids needed to get up so that I could get these things done. So I had to start doing that. Was it uncomfortable? Yes, it was for me to begin with. And I know a lot of you get up in the sixes, and good for you. I don't know how you do it, but I am a self-proclaimed night owl, and I love being up late at night, but I started going to bed at 11 p.m. because of my adrenal fatigue, and so then, of course, getting up at 6 a.m. wasn't a really big deal. But why is this morning routine so important? It sets the platform for my day. It gets me energetically aligned with where I want to go in my day. It gives me some mental, physical, and spiritual energy to start with. Okay, the mental energy comes from the reading and the study that I do. And so I choose business books a lot because obviously that's what I'm truly interested in. I choose a lot of personal growth and self-development, and I choose a lot of books about physical health and well-being because that was something that I've been studying for quite a while now, even before I got really sick. And so, the books vary along the way, but I spend usually about 20 to 25 minutes in the morning reading. I don't necessarily put a big timeline on it, but I read until I've come across something that really impacts me. And then usually I also write it down, right? Because I like to journal it along the way because then I kind of consume what it was. And then the biggest trick, you guys, is I'm not just reading to read. I'm reading to implement. So then at some point during my day, I'm going to teach what I learned. I'm going to bring it up in a conversation. I'm going to share it with somebody else. If you're reading just to read, you're wasting your time. You need to read to be implementing. So if you've been reading for years business books and you haven't implemented any of them, or personal growth and development books and you haven't implemented some of what's in there, all you've done is wasted your time. Stop reading. It's not worth it. You have to read things that matter to you, that move your life towards the life it is you truly want to live. Okay? So you're not reading to read. You're studying. You're writing something down, and then you're teaching it. That is how you have personal expansion and growth. And that is the whole point of why it's called study. Okay? Is so that we can create something that then we can go and share that will allow us to expand who we are. Okay. The second part of my morning routine is some physical activity. So I choose yoga. That's just based on the fact that I had severe adrenal fatigue and I couldn't do anything too hardcore physical, right? And so my yoga practice is only 20 minutes long. That works for me. I have actually a DVD that goes into my laptop, so I just stay up in my room so that I'm not waking my kids up, because this is 60 minutes that I just want to myself. Okay, so there's no excuses when you make it that easy. So whatever it is you choose for physical activity, getting outside and going for a walk is actually one of the best things you can do. And the reason why is walking increases dopamine, and dopamine's like the happy chemical, right? So that would make your day better. Okay, but determine what your physical exercise is, determine how long it is. This will help you decipher how early you have to get up, and then start getting your body moving. For some of you, you probably go and work out after your work day or after your supper, and that's fine. I'm saying though, you need to get your body doing some sort of movement in the morning because it starts getting the immune system going. It gets the dopamine going. It gets your body, into forward momentum and motion, which is what you're going to need on a daily basis. So choose something new. The other thing I really like for the women out there is barre.com, because there's 10-minute workouts, and I gotta tell you, in 10 minutes I can get a bit of a sweat on, right? Or there's 30-minute ones, and it's just all straight off the laptop too. It's easy. There's varied routines. There's routines with props and without props. Works really easy. The key to all of this, guys, is to keep it simple. The book is at my writing desk in my room. The laptop and the DVD are ready to go. I even wear pajamas that double as yoga clothes, so I don't even necessarily have to change, right? I make it simple for me to implement on. All I have to do is get up, right? And it's all right there. And then the third part of my morning routine is for spiritual energy, for connection, to create space for intuition to run more fluidly, to create space so more creative ideas pop up for my business, and that's meditation. And meditation has been a part of my life for many years, but I really started to realize its benefit when I got really sick, because I needed that extra boost of energy. So I actually meditate twice a day regularly, but I started with just 5 minutes. Because we think meditation is hard. You think meditation, you've got to clear your mind. That's impossible, so stop trying to do that. Basically, get your phone, set the timer for 5 minutes, close your eyes, and take deep breaths. And you will have meditated after 5 minutes. The thoughts are going to come. Some of them are going to be really good ideas that you're going to use for your business or your life or your job or your kids later in the day. And the rest of them, you're just going to let go of. Like, just let the thoughts keep passing you by. They're going to keep coming. Just don't attach to them. Meditation is called a practice for a reason. Is because you have to practice it to get better at it. And then when you have 5 minutes conquered, start doing 7 minutes. And then start doing 10 minutes. And then I worked my way up and I meditate for 20 minutes in the morning. Sometimes if the schedule's tight, I'll switch that up, right? And it'll be 10 minutes or 15 minutes, okay? But the whole idea is on a daily basis, in my morning routine, I'm mentally, physically, and spiritually, energetically aligning myself for my day. I'm creating my platform from which to launch the life I truly want. It's changed everything for me. And even when I'm on holidays, I do a version of my morning routine. Sometimes it's not as long because it just can't happen that way, but there's a version of it that happens every single morning because it matters to me. So figure out what your morning routine needs to be. Put in some form of exercise and getting your body moving. Put in some form of meditation, and definitely add some study in that you're going to take action on later. You will see these benefits that occur in your life, and they're going to occur in a variety of ways. Your relationships are probably going to be easier because you're going to communicate more clearly because you felt like you created some space just for you. You are going to have more business ideas to implement on. You're going to have more physical energy, and you are going to be more aligned with who you are and what you truly want, and live more based on the call of your soul because you're doing the work for you. This morning routine is for you. It's a structure and a framework for you to create what it is you truly want. It's a structure and framework for you to do you on a daily basis.